once. I don't remember how it turned out. It's been a while.
Is mapo tofu a variety of tofu or a dish involving tofu?
So my knowledge of mapo tofu is a wee bit nerdy
Hmm.
because it's one of the dishes that they rave about in some of the Tales of games. So that's what I know it from. Yeah, it's a dish, but the only reason I know about it is because of Tales. I don't remember which one. I think it was Zillia that they end up raving about it in. Come on, release the squash.
Hmm. This year I lost a lot of motivation and nearly gave up, but TwitchCon helped. A lot of my cooking became meal prep, so a
Hmm.
lot of soup and curry, basically.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you
Makes
found
sense.
that motivation again, though.
Yeah.
Mmm. Yummy squash. I will definitely look forward to catching one of your cooking streams
Hmm.
because I adore learning new recipes and things like that. All right, I don't know if I'm gonna get all of this squash prepped and ready to go. Um, see if I can get a little bit more. Ignore my silly faces.
Focus faces.
Focus faces. I feel like I have such a weird focus face, but I'm sure everybody thinks their focus face is weird. So I'm just mashing up this butternut squash. Uh, Again, the original recipe was like pulse it in a food processor, but I like having the like texture and chunks of the butternut squash to still be a little bit present in the dish. So I tend to hand mash it for that reason. Just to kind of keep some of that like true butternut squash kind of flavors in there. Okay. This bowl is very hot now. We got squash. There's a skin trying to sneak in there.
It's kind of interesting to see how thin the butternut squash skin is when it's peeled off. Because, yeah, it's so painful to peel. It feels like it would be thick. Muppet came across some time and I think he rejected it.
Oh no.
I think he's not a time loving pupper.
This is my baby boy. The floor licker is a stir-fried Szechuan peppercorn dish. The base of Tobin. I don't recognize that at all. Fermented chili. Ooh. With fried ground pork. Cooking wine. That sounds really good.
Nice.
The pupper.
Mhm.
The pupper.
Yes, this is Muppet, our blind, mostly deaf, uh, little Lhasa Apso rescue.
Oh,
And
Auto
is
vacuum.
the sweet.
He's basically a Roomba.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we haven't figured out how to make his licks actually clean the floor. Unfortunately, it usually ends up needing us to mop more regularly than than it does actually help.
It'd be fun if we gave him little like towel sock things so that he would at least clean up
Little
after
socks, so when
himself.
he walks around and like cleans the floor, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yes, Muppet who is depicted in that delightful emote.
Salt. Do, 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 do. How long is the cook time on this? 5 minutes. Perfect. Okay. Hopefully we can recover with the a mupper indeed, a mupper pupper indeed. Maybe. Yeah. So I don't measure anything with this recipe. It is maybe a little bit chaos and haphazard, especially when making it on stream. But I'm sure it'll taste good. All the things going into this are lovely, so it can't go wrong. Worst case is texture's a little wonky, but we can work with that. But actually the very first cooking stream that I did was make fresh pasta with a brand new KitchenAid pasta maker that I had like used once before. And we survived that, so we can survive anything. Oh, okay, now I'm gonna impatiently wait for the pasta to be done, which means it's never gonna be done because that's how things happen, right?
Watch pot never boils.
Anyone else hot?
It's warm. It's warm. I mean, we do have the oven going, so.
Lowering the oven just a wee bit. What? A planet wanderer in my chat?
Yes.
What are you doing tonight? Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. See, you're still early.
Exactly.
You're still early, planet.
If you can get early, crew, then you're still officially early.
That's how it works. Okay, more Muppet appearances, even though he's warm.
Drink up, bitch, it's hydrate
Oh, I never did
time.
that hydrate. You were supposed to grab my water. You did grab my water.
Yeah.
We're not done yet. I kind of forgot to cook the pasta. So the steps are a little out of order from what they're supposed to be.
Oh.
I didn't drop the dog, I swear.
You didn't drop him, he just forgot to stand.
Okay, a double hydrate. There we go, there we go. Okay.
And we've got 2.5 minutes left.
2.5 minutes on the pasta. I don't believe it though. I feel like I'm gonna grab it and it's not gonna be done.
Possibly. Well, I guess that is why we try things.
That's why we try things. How was your day, planet? What did you get up to today? Are you feeling better as well? Also, Wiggly Pumpkin. I think that's my new favorite emote.
Ooh, high praise.
High praise. Though it's hard because there's a lot of really good ones. But I'm really happy with how that one turned out. Good. Didn't get up to anything too exciting, but I'm feeling a bit better for sure. That's good.
That's good.
Hey, rest is good.
Absolutely.
The little wiggly pumpkin, specifically. A cooking stream. Hello, Serena.
Yes.
How are you? I come armed with a silicone spoon.
What is that? Is that a ladle?
Yeah, a ladle.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a slanty ladle. I don't know.
It's a modern ladle.
Ooh.
I know, Reef. Thank you. It was the brainchild of a couple different individuals that made the Wiggly Penguin happen. You're waiting to lose power. Oh no. Stay
Oh,
safe,
no.
Serena. Did you escape from the storm, or are you still hunkered down at home? Like a half ladle? Yeah, okay, it's kind of a half ladle.
Just a lad.
The lad! It's but a lad! Okay. Oh, there's still 30 seconds. Okay. That's good, that's good.
Hope all goes well going back home, though.
It's a wee ladle, but a big spoon. Unlike Para, who is little spoon energy. If you do exclamation mark boy toy, you can find out how much percent little spoon Parasox is. I think even if you just type boy toy in chat, I think it brings it up too.
Perfect.
Like you don't need the exclamation mark.
Oh dear.
Alright, there we go.
Excellent. Yep, there it is.
Let's test these nudes.
63% little spoon. That's pretty high.
That's pretty high. It's more than half. Okay. Pasta's just about done.
Perfect.
I might give it another minute. It's a little, got a little bit too much on the al dente. Oh, he's gone down in little spoon energy. It's only him though. No one else can be a little spoon. Just kidding.
So what do we do with the pasta when it comes out? Do we add it directly to the Dutch oven? Okay. With some portion of pasta water. I am not familiar with this recipe, in case anybody had not caught on. So I am also learning. There we go.
In case we need more pasta water. Save some. This is Steve on camera. I don't think it is.
I don't think so. No, it's not. There was a big steam cloud pouring out the water. You're doing great. Is that directed at me? If so, then thank you. But I am I accept my role as sous chef in this endeavor.
A second, I'll
Ooh. That is fair. Moral support is important. That is true. That is true. And reading chat while at the stove. A supervisor. I don't know about that. Karen says I'm a supervisor. Yeah.
not yet. All right. Most important thing of cooking.
Here to make
The
sure
taste test.
here to make sure things go right, but doesn't know when it goes wrong either. Okay, that's fair. That I'd agree with.
Okay, we're tasting it to make sure that we got enough seasoning on it. It needs a touch more salt.
Okay. Could you add more time at this point? Because the
Possibly.
time, like, it extracts better if it's cooked, but it doesn't need it, right?
Top the it with a little bit of time.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. So, more time is okay.
So some slight variations you could do with this is either I usually top it with more Parmesan cheese, but you could also do like a bread crumble or something like a crispy top. I know a lot of people like doing a toasted breadcrumb top for their mac and cheese. But we're gonna top this with a little bit more Parmesan cheese and a little bit of thyme.
So between the two of us, I am more of a baker than a cook, which is why I am constantly frustrated when there aren't specific measurements for seasonings and spices and such. Because you can't taste the dough to see whether it's seasoned sufficiently. Because flour is dangerous. Don't eat flour. I mean, you can eat flour when it's cooked. Obviously, it's not. Yeah.
Flour
It
is
can carry.
actually higher in salmonella than eggs typically. So that's why you gotta toast your flour if you're gonna do anything with raw flour. Next meeting, now you're hungry. I'm sorry, Quirky, but how
Oh
about
no. A scientist more so he means I'll accept that framing of it.
Alright, and then we're gonna pop this bad boy back into the oven.
Mhm.
And get the cheese melted. That's words. I need this. It's got squash on it. I have an oven assist.
Yes.
That's why I keep you around.
Mhm. Yo. 10 minutes.
Yeah, about.
Yes, flammable too. Flammability scales off of the surface area volume, so any powder that is put into the air is very flammable. Even metal powder. So be
That's
careful.
scary.
Yeah.
So, like, what is magnesium
Yeah, but
that
even
burns like bright
oh yes,
and it's
yes,
like
yes.
super hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So magnesium dust would probably be the most terrifying thing to catch on
It
fire.
would probably be terrible.
It'd
Yeah.
probably be pretty dang terrible.
Or like sodium dust, which would just combust automatically.
Oh god.
Yeah. So, you know.
Very, very flammable. Okay, that's I see where the comment came from now.
Yep.
Quirky is like me. Good minds think alike, Quirky.
I am like trees. It's all about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Yeah, because it always like says season to taste. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know what it's supposed to taste like?
Your taste.
Yeah, but like,
Tastes good, you're doing good.
but good is so subjective. I'm trying to recreate the
Well,
vision of the original author.
You
I can't
just gotta, taste more things. The more well executed things you taste, the better you are at emulating those through taste to season.
That's fair. That's fair.
I've had a lot of really good food over my life.
Specific bit of this, specific bit of that. Exactly. Exactly. I think I like, knowing what the baseline is before I start to modify things. Because like the second time when I was first learning to bake macarons, they're tricky. So I had to make like I made them like every weekend for a couple months until I finally got them right.
That is dedication.
Indeed, indeed. Um,
It's sit time.
Sit time.
Sit time. It is also time to clear a little bit of space on the stove or on the counter. We will do something with this squash, but not today.
So once I got them down, then I started to iterate on them, which is very hard to do with macarons because you can't adjust the moisture balance.
Dog was about to lick the oven
Oh
door.
my god, dog. We said earlier he has no sense of self-preservation.
None whatsoever, huh, buddy?
Mhm.
Not quite yet eating time. We're still getting there. It's doing one last heat up in the oven. I just wanted to sit down because I'm lazy.
What's the other half of squash for?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
Mm.
Leave Muppet alone. I'm giving him scritches.
Yeah. How did he survive? I don't
I
know.
don't know, because he was living on the streets.
Yeah, he's not like he's not clueless. He just is not risk averse.
He also just kind of, I think he just kind of scoots on. He doesn't have much worry, except for about food.
Yes.
He's a little worried about food.
Exactly. Like he'll run into a wall or something and
He'll just be
won't
like,
be
okay,
bothered by
and then
it.
he'll turn and go a different way.
Yeah.
It's only once he hits walls 3 times in a row that then he's like, help!
I'm stuck.
I'm stuck!
Yep. He'll just bump into something and he'll just add it to his mental map of the area and he'll move on.
And this is where we say he's like a Roomba.
Brain powered by food.
He just boops into things until he figures out which way to go.
And to be fair, he's very resilient.
Hi.
He ate a lot of macadamia nuts at one point, and he was fine. And dogs are not supposed to be fine when they eat a lot of macadamia nuts. Don't feed macadamia nuts to dogs. He was not in our care when he found them.
Where's he's still passing nuts. There we go. He's still passing nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I should have put dates on that one. I was bad about remembering to put dates.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. But he's fine now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's...
No repercussions from it.
He has no sense of self-preservation, but also he's tough. He's a tough little guy, so it works out for him.
Did you set a timer for the cheese or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Of course you did.
I wouldn't characterize that as just the cheese, right? Like it's... I mean, maybe that's the
that literally is all everything's done. It's basically just
okay.
melting the cheese on top.
Okay.
So it might not even need to be in there for 10 minutes, to be honest. I'm gonna check it. We'll go a little longer. It's melted, but I like it to get a little bit bubbly. A little bubbly on top. Is there anything I missed in chat while I was running away?
That's exactly what I was checking.
Thank you. How is your day today, Caleb? How are you doing?
I'm not baking anything today, but we do have a baking item planned for next month.
We'll do,
probably.
well, or at the end of this month.
Or the end of this month.
Because I do want to do pumpkin bread. I adore pumpkin bread. I want to do pumpkin bread and pumpkin carving. So I think that'll be really fun. Because there's going to be a long time of waiting for things to bake. I think that's the hardest part about doing like a baking cooking stream. Is just, there's a lot of waiting. It's a short amount of prep and a lot of wait. But that's why I was like, oh, we could just carve pumpkins while the pumpkin bread is cooking, and it's perfect. It's so seasonal, so fun. Yeah. After the Fallout cooking streams, I was like, let's not go quite so ambitious. Just a little ambitious, but not like wildly ambitious.
The chicken on croûte was so good, though.
It was so good. It's funny, I think that the one that looked fancier, when did you say that might be? Probably at the end of the month. So not next week, but maybe the week after. I think we got a lot of stuff coming up on the weekend of the 26th thereabout, right?
Yeah, so maybe right after that.
So probably that week after, so that we have a little time to rest after figuring out
Oh, that's a cute emote.
Yeah, that's a planet emote.
Nice.
Planet original. I mean, I don't know. It is a planet-owned emote.
I don't know if I've seen that one before.
I guess it would be more fair to say that the T for beans is probably closer to a Planet Original emote. A cup of tea filled with beans.
Oh,
Tea for beans. Clearly.
nice. Perfect.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Why even question it?
Absolutely.
No, that's the Planet Original. These chairs spin.
They do.
Which is wonderful for a fidgety person like him. And then me who just likes to wiggle at times.
Yes. I'm definitely fidgety. To a fault.
No.
No, there was one time I was in an interview and I was just so focused that I didn't realize, I only realized at the end that I had been fiddling with a pen. Yeah, over the course of the interview, I had like disassembled it and put it back together and all that and worn it out a little bit. These down, maybe?
Here, just. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. Put that close up.
I don't expect it helped because I think it probably made me look more distracted than focused. So yes, fidgety to a fault, I would say, at least in some instances.
Ta-da! Your phone was in.
Oh no, if chat sees chat on the screen, then who knows what sort of time paradox we could encounter.
And there it is. The beautiful butternut squash mech.
Beautiful. Cheesy goodness.
Cheesy goodness. Sometimes I've actually done like little individual portions of these. And there's our timer. Where I'll like put them into little ramekins and then have a little one for each person to have. So that's when I get really extra.
That's a fun idea.
All right, we need the spoon.
I'm definitely going to call it the lad from now on.
The grandfather paradox. I'm not familiar with that.
That's the one where what if you time travel back in time and kill your grandfather?
Look at that goodness. That's probably too much. Enjoy. Yeah, why? Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure different people have various outlooks on their grandfathers, but yeah.
That's quite fun. All right, you want to turn off hand cam?
Sure.
Oh, it's over there.
Oh.
Otherwise, it'll just have a little error screen on stream. No, God, don't. Just there's a little eye symbol. Just toggle that. I'm teaching him OBS. He'll learn one day.
In my defense, I forgot that it was still called Puppy Cam.
Oh, right. It is the pupper cam.
Yes.
All right, everybody, pull up a chair. It's time for dinner. My knees are blocking our silverware door.
Yes. Killing your grandfather as a child before they have your father.
Would.
Obviously.
Yep.
Yeah. Otherwise it's wrong, but not like physics time wrong.
Hi, Parsh. Hello.
Hello.
We're mac and cheesing it up tonight. There you go. An extra view. Take a bite, everybody. Grab your spoons. What are we baking after? What are you baking after, Reef?
So various
Double digits.
Nice.
Let's go, Ben. I'm really glad.
Nice.
I'm glad to hear that it wasn't your 34 streak that disappeared. Hmm. Okay, so the thing I love about this dish is just that thyme and the really like caramelized onioniness that comes through is so good. So typically, the microwaves, especially in apartments, function as a very poorly made vent. So on the bottom of the microwave, it has a like air filter thing, and then it pulls it up and shoots it out through the microwave's vent.
Yeah, vent hood.
So I'd say that's probably why it's above the oven a lot of times. I'm also using a fork.
Forks are the ideal implement. Anything spoons can do, forks can do better.
You lost your 7 reef, I'm sorry. I like forks sometimes. We also have more forks than spoons right now.
It's to melt the bottom of the microwave. Yep.
It's actually, I mean, it's a pretty thick sauce. Like, it's pretty, like, attached to the little nudes. So.
Yeah.
I probably could have added a little bit more cream or a little more pasta water to thin it out a little bit, but I like it this texture, so I'm happy.
Soups are an exception. Soups are obviously best consumed with a butter knife.
What? What? Yeah, you're learning new things here, Caleb. It's important.
That depends upon the consistency of the dish. That is the most reasonable answer. Yes, there's definitely some macs that, like Panera Bread mac. I don't know.
That's very thin. I
widespread
don't
that
like
is.
Panera
Yeah,
mac.
exactly. I definitely need a spoon for that, though.
Yeah, I think it's probably just like a function saving thing with apartments, because when I um lived in a home growing up, our microwave was adjacent, so it was like in the cabinets to the side, and then we had a proper vent hood over our stove.
Which is probably better because it's
yeah,
more effective.
when you combine the microwave and the vent hood, you just kind of get a worse vent hood. But it's an apartment, so big surprise, they probably went for the cheaper option. Who could have predicted this?
My dog has multiple spots he likes to sleep on. It's a hassle getting him to go to the right spot at night. Muppet, fortunately, just usually, once he's tired enough, accepts whatever spot we place him on.
It's also so cute when he's had like days where he's extra sleepy. He's put himself to bed. It'll be like 9 p.m. We're still like hanging out on the couch, watching something, playing games, or whatever it is. And it's like, where is Muppet? Like, he got up to get a drink of water and I didn't see him come back. And then we find that he's curled up in his little bed.
Yep, the full bedtime spot.
Like, aw.
Counter space is definitely a premium.
This is one of the other reasons I love this kitchen, is that we have this island. I think if we didn't have this island, I would not enjoy this kitchen as much, because it is pretty limited on the counter space otherwise.
Muppet all cozy and sleepy.
Yeah, I had an apartment in college that didn't have a mounted microwave, and we had there was a stove, there was a corner, and the corner went like maybe like about a hand's width over, and then it was sink, and then there was a like half counter, and then we had the counter on the opposite side that had the microwave. So there was basically the only functional counter for food prep was that little corner that was next to the stove. And that was it. Otherwise, that was the spot where we put all of our dishes that were drying or being washed or whatever it was. So that was a very small kitchen, and it was shared with 4 people. And I ate out a lot when I lived there, but the rent was cheap.
Yes, islands are excellent, especially powered islands.
Yeah, there's power outlets on either side of the island, which is really convenient. So we got our electric kettle here, which I hear apparently is rare for people in the U.S. But I stand by electric kettle. I literally don't think I've lived without an electric kettle since freshman year of college. You even managed to fish a washing machine in the kitchen. I used to have a washing machine in my
I was
kitchen.
gonna say in your studio.
When I lived in the studio, they had the washing machine under the counter.
But it is much less typical for sure.
Yeah. All right. My dog Titus is approximately 15 years old by now. So at a certain point of night, usually after 8 p.m., he just is done. Aww. He's at the foot of your bed because he has his own blanket to lay on. Sheds a lot. The blanket is white. Yeah, Muppet doesn't shed. That is one of the best things about a Lhasa Apso mix. Is little to no shedding.
Yes.
I got a big chunk of butternut squash.
Oh, perfect. The squash turned out excellent. And there is a lot of time going on here, which is good because we both like time.
I really like the time forwardness of this recipe. I think it's interesting. You can I've tweaked this recipe so much to make it really what I love. But if the texture of the squash isn't your vibe, if you wanted to say hide vegetables in something more, if you puree the butternut squash in a food processor and then mix that in, or maybe reduce how much of the butternut squash is in there, then you can kind of make it a what is he doing?
Trying to make his bed.
Muppet's making a bed. He's finding a new spot. But yeah, you can
folded up mat and is unraveling it.
You can kind of make it what you want it to be, and I like that about it.
2 dogs we had before him were German short-haired pointers. They either didn't shed at all or so little we didn't even notice it. Yep. It definitely makes things easier.
I've shed more than Muppet.
That's true.
And the Parmesan as the cheese here is great. The only problem I ran into is that I really got used to buying this giant bag of Parmesan at Trader Joe's when I was in college, which wasn't too expensive. It was maybe $6 for a big bag of it. So I'd just be loading in the Parmesan and make just tons of this. And then I realized that Parmesan's normally really expensive, so wherever I was making it, I only had access to a Whole Foods. I was like, oh god, I have to get shredded Parmesan from Whole Foods, and it was $15 for the shredded cheese, and I was like, that's so much, because the variation on Parmesan is quite steep between the cheap stuff and the expensive stuff. But it's so
Bay
good.
leaves too, I was shocked.
We don't use bay leaves that much, so.
It's true, but just the variants. The other day when I was looking for them, I the cheap bottle, all the bottles are the same size, and the cheap one was $4, $5 or something, and then the expensive one was 30. It was
oh
insane.
wow. Still not as expensive per weight as saffron. So the thing with Whole Foods is it's not consistent as far as more expensive, I would say. Also, hi, Heavy. We're eating the mac here. Grab a bite.
Hello.
Grab a bite before it's gone. I found that if you're just buying straight whole, with nothing done to it produce, it's not that much different from a traditional grocery store. But anytime you start to do anything packaged, anything with any processing, freezer food, right off from Whole Foods, in my opinion. Because it'll be like $10, $12 for a frozen meal. Or you go to Trader Joe's and it's like $4 for a frozen meal. So, I think you can shop smart at Whole Foods and it not break the bank, but yeah, they are definitely on the whole a more expensive grocery store.
It's ended up being the cheapest place near us to get pumpkin for the dog, actually.
Yeah, that was the crazy thing. We went to like a traditional grocery store for canned pumpkin for him, and it was like $5, $6 a can. And then we were at Whole Foods and it was like $2.50. Okay. I don't get it. Food prices are weird. Kick in for you in your dreams? Absolutely. That is too much.
Oh.
$15?
Painful.
Jeez.
Is it like frozen or
Fresh made?
fresh? $15 is a lot either way.
I got addicted to a breakfast burrito. It's the Red's turkey chicken sausage breakfast burrito. Costco had them very briefly, and that was like the best deal ever. And then Costco stopped carrying them, and so now it's like, okay, where can we find this?
Sometimes we can find them on sale for $2.50 per, but it's still like twice as much as it was at Costco, so it's painful.
I think I know those ones.
Oh yeah.
Wild.
Dog. He found his water, even though we had to move it.
We did move it.
Setup, but he still found it. Mac and cheese close up.
It focused?
Yes, actually. It's a little dark, but
There we go.
a joke for Mr. Trees. Okay. What do you call someone who is addicted to ducks? A quackhead.
Hey, don't talk about Manna that way.
Oh my god. Oh dear.
Good luck, Tinkers. Quirky was saying the exact same thing a little while ago.
Yep. I actually have not heard that one, so you got me there. Success.
I feel like I've heard that one, but I do like a good animal pun.
Oh, an 8-pack of the burritos is just under $10. Oh wow, that is.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. 15 for
Why?
1 or 10 for 8. That is.
Why are your burritos so expensive? What is this burrito-flation? That might be where I've heard it before then. I am happy camper. And I'm happy that even though I completely scuffed up the recipe, it turned out good.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was saved. Oh, he wants uppies. Oh, you had dinner and brushed your teeth and you still want some? It's so good. So, if Caleb is here, I believe most of y'all are in the Discord, but if you're not in the Discord and you enjoyed this recipe, I do tend to post the stream recipes that we make on stream in the Discord, so that if it's something you wanted to recreate, you can find it there. Yeah, I followed the intended recipe. Yeah. Sort of.
Just the timeline was altered.
I forgot to start cooking the mac, so we had the sauce was done and the mac wasn't. And then I probably started the sauce maybe like 5 to 10 minutes too early
Mm-hmm.
because it would have been nice to have pulled the squash out a little earlier
Mm.
and let it cool a little bit.
Mm. Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That makes
Sort of. So the reason why I say sort of is because the original recipe that I found, God, how many years ago is this now? Like 10 years ago? Like 10 years ago, I found this recipe and it's changed substantially from what it originally was when I first made it because I've kind of tweaked and adjusted things to make it to my liking over the years of things. Like I don't measure anything with it. I just kind of go crazy. I didn't hear the bonk. It's not consistent on when it plays sounds in my headphones, and I don't get it.
Oh, I heard it. It was a single bump, not the super bump.
Turn up, scrumptious. It is
Yeah.
quite tasty.
Definitely.
I love
Very
butternut
tiny.
squash.
I would have thought Minnesota would be better for like transportation because boats, right? Like, I sort of figured shipping over the Great Lakes is easy, but I don't know.
So I didn't hear the hydrate, but I heard the newt. This is what I mean. I don't know why it's not coming through on my end. Oh, it's fine. Geos.
Hmm.
Hear that one. Maybe it's just too quiet under the music or something. That's what
Maybe.
I'm roasting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ben. It hasn't played yet.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
I added that as one of the sounds that can potentially play when you do the hydrate redeem.
Perfect.
Because I love that one too. And again, there's always a SpongeBob reference. Always.
For everything.
Because I realized we needed a few more random sounds.
I know the bonk has been so popular.
We trust you will be a great asset to the
The
company.
random chances.
Great
of things.
Mostly
asset to
just
the
Caleb
company.
likes the
Asset.
hyperbomb.
Great asset to the company. Asset.
Luke also likes the hyperbonk.
True. Last bite. What is it? Binging with Babish always does the clean plate club when he makes stuff. If it's a winner.
I think this qualifies.
It's a winner, guys. And the best part is we have so much leftovers that I'm gonna have mac and cheese for lunch for like the rest of the week and maybe the weekend.
Perfect.
Okay. How long have we been going? I actually don't know how long it's been. Almost 2 hours?
Right about 2 hours.
2 hours. Pretty normal then for cooking strims.
Yeah.
Winner, winner, mac and cheese dinner.
Hopefully not so short that it breaks people's streak.
Just under 2 hours. Yeah, hopefully. Yep. And then he eats so many Krabby Patties, and it goes straight to his thighs, and he does blow up.
SpongeBob reference for everything.
Yep. He breaks into the Krabby Patty vault.
Which I definitely, like, was concerned as a kid that they were just keeping all of the burgers in a vault. Like,
It's fine.
as a kid, I was like, hang on, that's not how food hygiene, food safety works.
It's under the sea. I'm sure that things work differently under there.
I don't know. I don't think water's a preservative.
Yeah, it's probably refrigerated as well.
Refrigerated.
We also don't know what secret thing is in there that maybe keeps them from going bad.
Oh no. It's concerning.
I mean, it's the secret formula. You know, there's some secrets there to be sure.
You know, I'm sure a little bit of uranium would be a good preservative.
It'd kill off anything that was trying to decompose it, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh-oh. Maybe he's onto something. Maybe that's why it goes straight to the thighs.
That's why the lizard doggos can't find any nuclear waste anymore.
I'm so
It all
shocked
got
that...
stolen for the burgers.
Okay, so we also play Satisfactory, which will be coming back soon. I don't know when, but we can know Satisfactory in the future. But the lizard doggos bring you goodies. I have so many lizard doggos, and none of them have brought radioactive waste, which was such a common occurrence in the game before. So I don't know what they tweaked, but no radioactive waste yet. There's still time. I am roasting. I would love to find a raid for tonight and send you all you lovely folks over to somebody. If anybody has any suggestions, I will happily take them. I'm gonna try looking on my phone to see if I can figure out a better, because I always have no way to get in there.
Caleb has a suggestion.
Date night in. Hold on, let me look them up. Usually cooking stream, hence the name, but they're gaming tonight. Oh, I love that, because we are usually gaming, but sometimes cooking. Thank you, Caleb. That's a wonderful suggestion.
Oh.
Oh, and they're... Okay, okay. Sounds good, sounds good.
That is a very fun headcanon, Fun Master.
I do enjoy Fruit Melody as well, but I like this idea. Thank you, Caleb. So let's see if I can do this. Thanks, Quirky. I hope y'all enjoyed. I always have a fun time doing these.
Yeah.
Hey, 8 night in. Please autocorrect. Don't mess me up. All right, does that look good? We're going to the right place? Hopefully we're going to the right place. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been great. Have a lovely rest of your evening. We'll be back tomorrow with some Sims 4 chaos. We're back to the Sims 4 100 Babies Challenge. It's been great. I don't know what else to say. What else do I say? Thank you again to the raid from Michigan. I forget the last part. But thank you again for that raid. I really appreciate it. And I hope that I don't have a with that raid 1. Raid 1 should work, right? Maybe? I used to have the command and then I did it for my stream deck. Wait, hold on.
I got it.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Look at him go. Look at him go.
Ooh, I got it right. Okay.
Okay, see, I have it on raid 1. Look, I'm doing it. I just don't have raid 2 on there. Oh, I do have raid 2 on there. Hey, okay, there's the raid messages. Grab one of those and pop that into the stream. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm gonna go press the button so that you see the ending scene for at least a second. Bye!
See ya. Bye. Thanks for coming.
Bye. Hope to see you next
Bye,
time.
bye, 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 bye.